All right, here we are at section 6, multiplying and dividing. And I think you are going to find that multiplying and dividing is a lot less complicated than the adding and subtracting. So here we go. Make sure you've got that heading at the top. We always start with our learning target for the day. And so this one will also be pretty straightforward like section 5. I can multiply and I'm going to use a shortcut and symbol there. Divide integers. Multiply and divide integers. Alrighty. Here we go. I have to take you on a little trip down memory lane now. Do you remember 3rd grade? All the way back to 3rd grade. And in 3rd grade, you were starting to learn your multiplication tables. All right. And so you thought you were pretty hot stuff learning how to multiply. So let's just start making a little chart here. If I said, hey, what's 2 times 4? And you learned that was 8. And then I said, well, let's kind of look for a pattern here. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 2. So what on earth would 2 times -1 be? If I look at the way this, oh my goodness. Did you catch that? I have not had my coffee. That's 0. All right, boom, boom. Look for the pattern. If I'm following this pattern, it should follow that this equals -2. You say, what? How does that happen? Well, remember that multiplication is really repeated addition. And so 2 times 4 is the same as saying 4 plus 4. This is 3 plus 3, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 0 plus 0. -1 plus -1 is -2. Aha! So this pattern continues here. And I get -4. 2 times -3 gives me -6, and so on. Now notice here, I just keep going further into negative land, and my relationship between these two, my answer just continues to stay negative. That's going to become important in just a minute. Now, do you remember 4th grade? In 4th grade, you started dividing. You know what? At least that's the way it was in my day. But I'm kind of old. So maybe you even started dividing right away in 3rd grade once you mastered those multiplication tables. So let's go back here and look at division. If I said, hey, what's 8 divided by 2? You'd say, well, duh, that's 4. And 6 divided by 2, that ends up being 3. And 4 divided by 2 ends up being 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 0, don't freak out now. 0 divided by 2, meaning if I have no M&Ms, I'm trying to split it between 2 people. Oh, sorry, nobody gets anything. But if I continue this pattern and I go into negative land and say -2 divided by 2, look what's happening here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This actually equals -1. If I take -4 divided by 2, I get -2. The pattern here suggests that there's some rules, but they're not the same as our add-subtract rules. Here's what the rules are, and they're so much more straightforward. I think you're going to like it. First of all, the number part of your answer, whenever you are multiplying and dividing integers, you simply multiply or divide the absolute values. Multiply or divide the absolute values. In other words, just the number parts. So to do the computation, ignore the signs. Multiply or divide absolute values. Now, that gives you the number part of your answer. What's the sign? Here's where it is a hard and fast rule. If you have the same sign, and this is taking 2 integers at a time, If you have the same sign, meaning they're both positive or they're both negative, your answer is always, always, always going to be positive. Okay? Same signs, positive answer. If you have different signs, meaning one of your numbers is positive, one of your numbers is negative. Okay? So one positive and one negative. Your answer is always, always, always going to be negative. And boom, you're done. Really? Really? It's that straightforward. So let's look at a bunch of examples to get you used to it. 4 times negative 8. Now you're going to see parentheses around here because we usually typically don't like to write a multiplication sign and then a negative sign without separating them a little bit here. 4 times negative 8. Now my rules say do the number part. So off to the side, you're just thinking, what's 4 times 8? And you say, that's 32. Now, what's the sign? This guy's positive, this guy's negative. Different signs, negative answer. Boom. All right, let's look at another one. I got to get my boxes out of the way here. Negative 6 times negative 9. All right, first, take care of just the number part. 6 times 9 is 54. That's the number part. Negative times negative. Same signs mean you get a positive answer. There you go. Plain old 54. Let's look at a couple other ones here. Boom, boom. Uh-oh. I'm getting 3 at a time. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Do 2 numbers at a time, okay? So first, take 2 times negative 3. You say to yourself, 2 times 3 is 6. Different signs means this gives me negative 6. Now, multiply that times negative 5. Do these two together. 6 times 5 is 30. Negative times negative, same sign, means you get positive 30 for your answer. Aha! Let's look at this one. First, just do 2 numbers times themselves. 2 times negative 1. Well, actually, you know what? I should really do this exponent first, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Remember what this means. Negative 8, the quantity to the second power, means negative 8 times negative 8. Okay? Negative 8 times negative 8. Let's do that first. 8 times 8 is 64. Negative times negative gives me a positive answer. Okay. What's the 2 times negative 1 part? Well, 2 times 1 is 2. Positive times a negative have different signs. That's negative. Multiply these together now. The 2 times 64 gives me 128. Different signs means a negative answer. What about if I give you algebraic expressions? Okay. A is negative 9, x is 3. So let's compute what's a times x. That would be negative 9 times 3. Do the number part. 9 times 3, 27. Negative times positive, different signs, negative answer. Oh, division. What's negative 9 divided by 3? The rules are the same. Just do 9 divided by 3 first. Negative divided by positive, different signs, means a negative answer. Done. Here's some division ones. Same things apply. A negative 27 divided by 9. First do 27 divided by 9. Different signs, negative divided by positive, means your answer is negative. Now what about this? Now you got 2 things going on at once. Do the parentheses first. Now hold your horses. These rules are different. Negative 3 plus 5. Now you have to think of number line way, or if you like to use the counters and think of 2 teams fighting each other. But negative 3 plus 5 ends up being a positive 2 inside those parentheses. Now do this part. Negative 2 times 2. Do the number parts first. That gives me 4. Negative times positive